Hey everyone! Disney recently announced several new animated films, so for today's roundup, I've picked two animations close to my heart. Let's dive into the news. I've got a story about Disney doing something totally despicable and inhumane. Let's get into the news, shall we? First up, great news. The Incredibles 3 is finally announced. Also, first images, plot, and director confirmed for Toy Story 5. Is another sequel worth it? And Disney uses streaming service terms to avoid jury and resort death case. Let's talk about this completely inhumane behavior from Disney. It doesn't fit with the magical Disney of fantasy worlds and princesses, you know? Folks, comment below which news caught your attention the most. Remember to subscribe, hit like, and share this video in WhatsApp and Telegram groups. Any interaction helps support our daily work. My team and I are here to entertain and inform you about pop culture, okay? When you do all that, I'll sip my coffee and move on to the first news item. Wonderful news! Finally, Incredibles 3 is confirmed. Let's talk about it. Imagine Incredibles 3 bringing new adventures and revelations that change how we see the Park family. What if Jack, that cute baby, grew up to lead the next generation of superheroes? Could Bob and Ellen's experience lead them to retire, passing the torch to their super kids? Today, we'll explore these ideas and what the future might hold for cinema's favorite hero family. Let's go. You know the drill. Comment if Jack should lead the parks in Incredibles 3 or if it's too soon for him. We don't even know how much time has passed, right? What do you think? Don't forget to like and share this video in WhatsApp and Telegram groups. Keep your friends in the loop. Deal? Thanks. Let's continue. The Incredibles has been a massive hit since its debut in theaters 20 years ago. 20 years! Directed by Brad Bird, it follows the Parr family, including Bob, Mr. Incredible, Helen, Elastigirl, and their kids trying to live normal lives. A Fantastic Four, you might say, right? This was one of Disney's early forays into superheroes, even before the MCU took over. The Incredibles' blend of fun and drama, showing heroes' everyday challenges, really resonated with audiences. The 2004 original won awards and set animation standards with its mix of humor, action, and heartwarming family dynamics. After a smash hit and a 14-year wait, Incredibles 2 arrived, crushing box office records and surpassing the original film. And that's not all. Its global haul of $1.2 billion set a new record for animated films at the time. Now, for Incredibles 3, it seems the focus might shift from Mr. Incredible and Elastigirl to their superpowered kids. This was revealed by Brad Bird himself, the director of the films. So, what challenges will this new generation of heroes face? That, my friends, hasn't been revealed yet, but we can share our theories in the comments. So, drop your ideas about what the story could be for this upcoming film. I think Incredibles 3 should spotlight the next-gen heroes with mom and dad as active mentors. After featuring Mr. Incredible and Elastigirl in the first films, Incredibles 3 promises exciting updates for Violet, Dash, and Jack. These young heroes, children of the superpowered couple, are ready to showcase their abilities. Violet, known for her shyness and strength, can turn invisible and create force fields. Her brother Dash combines super speed with a spotlight-loving personality, unlike his reserved sister. Jack, the youngest, surprises with powers from laser beams to flame form, plus multiplication and telekinesis. However, due to his age, he can't fully control his gifts yet. Together, the trio has over 20 unique powers, making them perfect leads for the upcoming film. Despite their youth, they've proven they can tackle major challenges. Picture this. The parents are on a distant mission when suddenly a new threat to the city emerges. Are these young parents ready to take on the responsibility of protecting the city by themselves? The suspense builds. How will these young heroes cope with the pressure? That's another question Incredibles 3 might answer. Only time will tell, but share your thoughts below. Another key point, Repealing the superhero relocation law clears the way for heroes to return. In the first Incredibles movie, the heroes faced a major setback. They were banned from action due to the Superhero Relocation Act. This followed lawsuits against supers for mission damages, like in Avengers 2 with the Sokovia Accords. This law was a direct response to an incident involving Mr. Incredible and a civilian. Imagine heroes once celebrated now living as ordinary people hiding their true identities. I remember Mr. Incredible at his office job. This changed in Incredibles 2, with Elastigirl's successful mission against Screenslaver, sparking a movement to restore Hero's image. This culminated in an emotional courtroom scene where the judge finally revokes the Relocation Act, allowing heroes to return to duty. Bob and Helen, with their brave kids, can now freely use their powers to fight crime. This opens a new era where Violet, Dash, and unpredictable Jack-Jack could be the next great defenders of justice. But what will they face now that they're free to be heroes without restrictions? How will they balance normal life with the responsibility of keeping the world safe? These are open-ended questions, but again, we can discuss them in the comments. In my view, Mr. Incredible and Elastigirl can finally enjoy their well-deserved retirement. They've earned it, don't you think? Of course, they'll still make those badass cameos in the movie. In the first Incredibles film, Bob and Helen were forced to retire due to the hero restriction law I mentioned. Now, with that act repealed, they can choose to retire again, but this time on their own terms. Being a hero, while noble, is physically and mentally demanding. We saw Bob struggling with back pain in the film, showing the physical toll of heroism. This is similar to pro athletes facing physical challenges that worsen with age. The couple might also step back from hero work to focus more on their family. Up to this point, they've balanced heroism and parenting, but as Jack-Jack grows, they might focus on being parents. Ellen stressed integrating into normal society for Dash's sake, and they may follow that advice, retiring from capes and suits. Of course, a major crisis might bring them back, but after years of service, retirement could be an option. It could be like future Batman with old Bruce Wayne mentoring. The couple themselves discuss these possibilities in the series. Another key point is Jack-Jack's potential to be the Incredibles' greatest asset. If Incredibles 3 has a time jump, everyone's curious how Jack-Jack will adapt. Just imagine, he who was adorable in the first two films may now control his powers better. So far, Jack-Jack's powers showed mostly by accident or when he was stressed. With over a dozen superhuman abilities, a mature Jack-Jack could face almost any threat alone. But what if Pixar decides to keep Jack-Jack as a child? He'd still undoubtedly be the family's most powerful member. Incredibles 3 details are still a mystery, but its confirmation has left fans, myself, and the industry excited. We don't know the release date, but the main voice cast is expected to return. Craig T. Nelson will reprise his role as Bob Parr, also known as Mr. Incredible, and Holly Hunter as Helen Parr, or Elastigirl. Sarah Vowell should return as Violet Parr and Huck Milner as Dash Parr, replacing Spencer Fox from the first film. Samuel L. Jackson set to return as Lucius Best, aka Frozone, the fan-favorite Iceman. Reflecting on our discussion, Incredibles 3 shapes up to be an intriguing milestone for the franchise. The possibility of a time jump revealing a mature, powerful Jack-Jack plus Violet and Dash's growth not only opens new adventure paths, but refreshes the beloved family dynamic that captivated audiences in previous films. If the Parrs hang up their capes, this passing of the torch could add deep emotion, exploring legacy and change. It could start with the couple's final scene before retirement. Between us, who wouldn't be moved seeing our favorite heroes enter a new life phase? I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Will Jack-Jack truly take on the superhero mantle his parents once wore? Share your thoughts in the comments, share and subscribe if you found this interesting. Toy Story 5 is here, absolutely confirmed. Let's discuss the director's confirmation and analyze the first officially revealed image. Folks, are you ready to uncover what's really behind Toy Story 5? Today, we'll explore how Pixar's beloved franchise is reinventing itself, bringing new challenges for Woody, Buzz, and friends. Have you imagined how toys will deal with modern tech competition, artificial intelligence? How will a wooden cowboy compete with AI? Will this new adventure surpass expectations after so many films? Hard to top Toy Story 1, 2, and 3, but I want your opinion. To start, you know the drill. Comment below if you think Toy Story 5 will exceed expectations or if the franchise has run its course and making a sequel is a mistake. I'm curious to hear your thoughts before we dive in. Drop your ideas and questions in the comments. I'd love to chat about these topics. Remember, share this video in your WhatsApp and Telegram groups so your friends can stay in the loop, alright? Let's get to it. Toy Story 5's director has been officially revealed. Brace yourselves for this news. Andrew Statham, who was rumored to direct, is now confirmed. Statham, not Jason Statham. Just a little joke, right? Statham, with his long history in the series as co-writer of all previous films, now takes the helm of this new production. He's also directed Pixar hits like Finding Nemo, Finding Dory, and WALL-E. But what's he cooking up for this new adventure? That's a mystery that'll unfold over time and on this channel, right? So hit that subscribe button and leave a comment. Toy Story 5's plot isn't out yet, but we know Tom Hanks and Tim Allen will return, voicing Woody and Buzz Lightyear respectively. This new installment comes nearly 7 years after Toy Story 4, which debuted in 2019. Toy Story 5 was officially announced in February 2023, along with Zootopia 2 and Frozen 3. With such a long gap between films, what challenges will the toys face this time? In a Tonight Show interview, Tim Allen discussed the new film, raising an interesting point. Will 5 movies be too many? Rumor has it, the writer is the same who penned a series best, promising another top-notch story. This sets expectations high, sparking curiosity about what's to come. We all know these sequels are, at the end of the day, about making money. Toy Story 5 is set to hit theaters on June 19th, 2026. Until then, we'll keep you updated on any news. Now let's discuss the first revealed image from Toy Story 5. Toy Story 5 promises a twist. Our beloved toys face AI-powered gadgets. Picture the clash between classic and cutting edge. Our heroes must adapt, but how? That's still a mystery. Just look at kids today, folks. They're always with a toy, a phone, or a tablet. Instead of giving attention, parents just hand them a tablet. We've all seen it, right? Look here. Let me open the first image on a bigger screen. Let's zoom in and see. The concept art shows Jessie with the sheriff's badge, suggesting Toy Story 4's events still apply. We don't know how much time has passed. Forky's presence hints at Bonnie's return too. So, how will Woody come back to visit his friends? Will Boo return in the new film as well? What else do we see? There's something hidden under this towel, some light. So probably they're looking at a much more modern toy, and everyone here has a sad face and wide eyes, right? Maybe besides having a high-tech toy, it might be saying something like, I'm the new toy, you're all disposable. No one likes handmade wooden toys anymore that don't talk or light up or anything. With these modern toys, it's probably a robot or something like that, and everyone's sad. Even the little dog toy has its spoon down, all looking gloomy. The fork's almost crying. And the bus, once the most modern toy, is now old too. Anyway, as I mentioned, Tom Hanks and Tim Allen are back once again as Woody and Buzz, though there's no confirmation yet about other original cast members. The concept art suggests the return of beloved characters in Toy Story 4. Slinky Dog, Rex, Ham, Jessie, and Forky were voiced by Blake Clark, Wallace Shawn, John Ratzenberger, Joan Cusack, and Tony Hale. Will they all return for the next film? Do you prefer the original or the dubbed version? Let us know in the comments below. With all this in mind, It's hard not to get excited about what's coming in Toy Story 5. The fact that Andrew Stanton, with all his experience in the franchise, is leading this new journey only increases our excitement. When we think of Tom Hanks and Tim Allen returning, it's like we're reuniting with old friends for a new adventure. The possibility of a story that reinvents itself and still surprises after so many films makes me believe this sequel could be truly special. Now I want to hear from you. What do you think about this new phase of Toy Story? Do you think there's still room for another great adventure? Or should they have stopped already? Maybe they should have ended at the third one. Share your thoughts in the comments, and share if you found this interesting, and don't forget to subscribe. Now let's discuss a cruel act by Disney regarding a death at one of their resorts. I have the news article open, let's dive in. Disney uses streaming service terms to avoid jury trial in park death case. Disney, the company we grew up loving, just committed a cruel act that's going viral. Ever wonder how streaming service terms like Disney Plus can impact real life? Today we'll discuss this Disney case, raising questions about consumer rights and ethics. Can accepting streaming terms prevent someone from seeking justice in court? How far can a company go to protect itself with these clauses? And is it really worth it for them? Stay tuned as we break down the details. To start, you know the drill. Comment below if you actually read the terms of service before accepting an online service, or if you just click OK to quickly open the app or service. I'm curious. I think I know the answer, but I'm still curious to find out. Don't forget to like and share this video link in WhatsApp and Telegram groups so your friends stay informed. Deal, and do share, because this is a real shocker. I want to hear your thoughts, all right? Imagine being in one of the world's most famous parks when tragedy suddenly strikes. Now, Disney's defending itself in an unexpected way, using terms from a service few people actually read. According to a New York Times report, Jeff Apicolo filed a lawsuit against Walt Disney Parks and Resorts after his wife died at a restaurant of Disney World due to a severe allergic reaction. He's seeking $50,000 in damages, the minimum to file a lawsuit in Florida court. I think $50,000 is pocket change for Disney. It should have been $500,000, which is still small for Disney, but it's only $50,000. This is nothing compared to losing a wife, for heaven's sake. However, his lawyers believe a jury trial could result in much higher damages, but Disney has a different strategy. They argue the dispute should be settled out of court through arbitration. The company claims Apicolo agreed to this when signing up for Disney Plus in 2019. You know, when you sign up for a service with a free trial, like a free month or 2 weeks, right? And then you can cancel. That's what I'm talking about. Back in 2019, he signed up for Disney Plus's free streaming trial. Disney claims that by creating an account on PlayStation, he agreed to resolve any future disputes through arbitration, including this tragedy. Disney's lawyers also state that the Hagland Road Rich Pub, where the incident occurred, is independent and only has a landlord-tenant relationship with Disney. In other words, Disney isn't responsible. The restaurant is. This claim could further complicate the case, leaving the outcome uncertain. Folks, it'd be much simpler for Disney's image if they just paid the $50,000. If it were $500,000, maybe negotiate, but $50,000? Come on, for heaven's sake. Let's talk about terms and conditions now. Disney's defense in this case is sparking heated debates and raises an interesting question. How far do service terms we agree to without a second thought or reading actually extend? I've been a lawyer for 11 years, okay? Yet, depending on what I'm installing, I sometimes give that quick okay too. I read most, but come on. I'm not signing up for Netflix thinking I might sue them later. Like if I got sick at a Netflix restaurant, if that even existed. It's just such a weird thing, you know? But this Disney news makes us rethink all of this. This month, lawyers for Jeffrey Piccolo, suing Disney over his wife's death, countered the company's arguments. They argued the defense was fatally flawed, stating Piccolo never signed with Walt Disney Parks directly. And even if he had, it wouldn't include his wife. So he signed for streaming, not with Walt Disney Parks, right? Plus, it was him, not his wife. The lawyers also noted that by buying Epcot Resort tickets in 2023, Piccolo agreed to the website's terms and conditions, but these terms didn't mention mandatory arbitration for disputes, specifically the terms on the site where he bought Epcot Resort passes. Those should be considered not Disney's terms. Well, what happened that day? The waiter was informed of the woman's severe dairy and nut allergies, and she chose dishes the waiter said were free of these ingredients. But 45 minutes after the meal, something went terribly wrong. The woman collapsed in a nearby store, struggling to breathe. She tried using her EpiPen but was rushed to a hospital where she was sadly pronounced dead. Now, this case's outcome could completely change how we understand the limits of terms of service and what can be required from those who accept them. Will Disney be able to maintain its defense, or will this case set an important precedent? Was it worth it? Was this a Disney decision solely focused on winning the lawsuit? They want to win and avoid a jury trial, which they'd likely lose, but social media is already aware of the case. It's being shared. I'm making this video, so Disney's plan to keep this secret is already ruined. The damage is far greater than $50,000. What do you think? Comment below. If you liked the video, please like, share, and subscribe. You'll see suggestions for more videos now, which I recommend watching. See you in the next video. Take care. Hey there.